Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the South Florida Bulls taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hurricanes will put total leather to crank us up. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the USF Bulls offense will start this game off. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing straight.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On second down, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Got some room to run. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense. Understand.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulls!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The play-action fake. Gets it out quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bulls in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, he'll fire. Lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge. You're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Looking to move it through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Now they'll run it to the right here. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. And the Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
He wants to pass it on second down. Gonna let it fly. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own, and he loses the football on the return. Scooped up by the kicking team. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Going up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Running to daylight from inside his 25. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Pirouettes through. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Off the play fake on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, it felt incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Wow, and the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Bulls send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground in the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Complete to the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese. And speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Going to the running game.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's.
And it's picked off. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover, give up the yardage, it'll be 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He makes a grab. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Fast motion from the offense. Off play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll throw it on first down. He looks that one in nicely.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Fires complete on the crosser. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. On second and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Looking to throw it again. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double cover. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It is Tru as he puts 3 on the board.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it.
He's got it down the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Hurricane. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum, but unlike... Bush and Matt Leiter, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Washington. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He's looking to throw it. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, USF! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll immediately call timeout. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Firing deep. And the ball is picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Bro, that was bullshit. This nigga was wide open, and he just underthrew it. Hella crazy.
Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've moved it to the 19. First and 10.
I definitely quick release it, so I don't even understand how they said I was late.
He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first.
I'm halfway lit, too, so this shit fucked up. I ain't smoked. I've been out of town all week. Nigga came home.
Just drives it between the uprights.
Hit the dab pin.
Takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one.
And the Bulls will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounds through the...
I'm really just running shotgun all game in case this nigga Maul trying to scout, honestly.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength.
I got the playbook in this. Stop playing.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback checking off. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. On the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Trying to find his man on first down. Got a man. It's Tompkins. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it. Got him downfield. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just...
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the Hurricanes will try to move the chains on 4th down. Motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Open runway ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception drive.
That was definitely Darnold's goofy ass that threw that shit. We gonna see what the young boy Prater, he ain't played yet. I'ma let that's it for Cheeks. The orange. Need that nigga fresh next week.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push the field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl, get up and get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
On 2nd and 10 and 4, wide out set, trips right. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
So many that time, and the cornerback did a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
He's got it on the right. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulls.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Wide receiver shows motion. Jet sweep to the edge. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Miami offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But this quarterback here just takes accountability and ownership. Come out here, lead your offense.
And move on. Like we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's York. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. Got the laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts that they will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to fire on second down. Swings it out to the flat. Nice move there. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
I know you seen the touch on that. The pass was crazy. He just floated that shit. That's my true freshman.
Football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. TCU is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group step. They're up by 21 over Virginia Tech. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see them here. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coach is always harp about staying ahead of the chains. When you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll try the run. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Runs through a tackle. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense, but now they got a manageable situation.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You're expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They'll run play action. He's going up top. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Setting up the screen. Oh, big juke to get past. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Bulls will try to punch it in on first and goal. They move the tight end all over. Trying to punch it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Florida.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense.
Looking for a huge play. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
When Clemson beat me for the 5-star, he was geeked on him. It was only a star. I got Cheeks, the sleeper. He was elite, my first elite QB.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Comes out throwing on first down. He'll pull it down. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Bulls are in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll let it fly. Steps away to find some room. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to get it through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make this.
They slicing my freshmen up thinking they doing something, man. I don't like this shit.
They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Pulls it in. It's Maddox. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll just keep slinging it. Forced out of the pocket. Touchdown Bulls! And they take it in for 6 more points. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
We reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Quick strike complete. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. That is exactly why they call the running back the safety valve. They used it, and they used it to perfection.
Yeah, and you want to push the ball down the field. You want to make those big plays, but you see the defense. They bring the blitz. I got the running back open, dump it to him, let him do the rest, let him get the first down.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And if they can nudge this one forward just a bit, that might wrap things up here. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown Hurricanes! And the pummeling has started. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that are going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
To the air on first down. And he's got it! Touchdown, USF! He has been surgical, precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a...
Fires deep for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. 2nd and 10 here. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Takes the easy one to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he was knocked down immediately, short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You see more and more of this in college football. They hand it off in the jet sweep on short yardage. This time the defense was not fooled at all. They were locked in. Get the receiver to the ground. No first down for you.
Wants to throw on first down. Feeling some heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He wants a big play here late. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
They're trying to get to him. Pressure in his face, and he lets him fly.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone.
Pass and you shall receive.
And the stomping has commenced. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense.
That's my freshman with the takeoff, yeah.
And the stats just continue to pile up.
I know you see I'm on your neck for the receivers, bro. Not letting you stack up and run all that wide bullshit, bro. You had 399 niggas last time we played. The niggas bailed you the fuck out. Good luck, nigga. You got the running back. I'm gonna break his fucking neck. Be ready, nigga, in this championship game. Be fucking ready, nigga. I had to let Randall get the 99 speed, bro. Like, yeah, just so he can ship you too, nigga. Bailed out, bro. Like, great coverage. You're running a deep cross shit. These niggas separate. Like, come on, bro. All my young niggas. I had young ass corners last year. Now they all 390s, bro. Pull up. Who's left? Sorry ass Maul. Fucking hiring ducking niggas, bro, to get the week 4 home game. This is why this sorry ass nigga has 3 home games, three user games, because he wanted this Arkansas game week 4. He want to act like he forgot. All right, nigga. He ain't forget to schedule niggas on the visit. Sorry ass nigga. I'm gonna beat his ass next week too, bro.